That night, I went over to Karen's house. I thought it was about time we told everyone what was going on. It was hard to keep it a secret from all of them. Hello? Huh? Is she not here? I figured I'd return in an hour or so, but then I sent someone in the entryway. Oh, I just wanted to talk. Sorry for just barging in. Yeah. Were you out shopping? And Karen had a shopping bag in one of her hands. Hmm? Karen took a handful of her hair and moved it in front of my face. You know, I was just fibbing. She looked genuinely surprised. I mean, I was trying to divert attention from the real issue. All I could do was go along with it. Karen put her head right up to my, right up in front of my face. Right, none. I unconsciously reached out to touch her hair. Actually, your hair's really pretty. Oh. Yeah, probably. You can be a little cuter in your celebration. No, just, but I thought she could actually be pretty cute in her own way. It would be rude if I was too surprised at that, though. But just based on her personality, I didn't take her for the type to be concerned about her appearance. And to think she would act on it in the same day. It took me by surprise. Well, you brought it. You bought it, so why not use it? It's a good brand, right? Of course it was. Well, then you should use it. Don't just toss it. Don't just toss it. But you actually do care about your looks, hygiene and stuff. She does when it concerns Yuta. But... Her Grammy sounded pretty old-fashioned. Oh. I didn't want to be the dominant, arrogant husband. But hearing her put it that way, put it like that, it didn't sound so bad. Well, thanks. I petted her head a bit. Like this. Swish, swish. No weird voices. Her face got red, like she was shy, and my heart began racing. Why is that? I asked while petting her ears harder. As far as people were concerned at school, Karen's ears were just an accessory. If anyone touched them, they would know they were a part of her body, but she didn't let anyone, so no one found out. I was the only one who touched them. Does it tickle? My chest was fluttering strangely as I kept stroking her ears. We'll leave it at this for now. Karen's voice sounded like a cat's. While high on catnip, she just leaned into me like one too. I wasn't expecting that at all, and her limp body caused us both to collapse to the ground. Ow. I held her up above me. I didn't want our first kiss to be accidental, and not while she was delirious. That's my palm. Hey, Karen, get up. You're heavy. Why would you say that? It looked like she had finally snapped out of it, and she sprang up quickly. Phew. My whole body felt like it was simmering, and my palms were sweaty. No, I'm not doing that. Huh? What did I come here for again? Well, yeah, but... Right, about today. Don't you think we should just be honest with them? They'll all get suspicious otherwise. Like how I'm always looking at you. Are you really that dense? Come on. It's to be ready in case you transform into a fox. Yeah, so look, I even got a sheet. I shook my head. So that was the main thing on Karen's mind, and in her heart. It wasn't because she was dense or anything. Now that I thought about it, Karen, to keep her pact with me, had come all the way to the human world, which meant she would obviously be anxious to know how I felt. Sorry for calling you dense. I just shook my head at her, confused yet again. So, how about it? Should we spill the beans? Oh, looks like Grammy's teachings were helping me out. You don't want them to help? Okay, sure. Let's go with that. As I left Karen's house, I noticed I was in a particularly refreshed mood. I had gotten the thing I was thinking of off my chest, so that was part of it. I might be falling for Karen. As the otherworld princesses had all arrived, my feelings hadn't been defined. I had just kind of been drifting along aimlessly. They were also attractive in so many ways. Maybe that was just an excuse. I knew I couldn't just stay in emotional limbo. And it seemed like my drifting feelings were finally converging. So maybe that was making me feel rejuvenated somehow. Okay. I murmured to myself and skipped down the stairs, humming quietly. 5, 10, 15, 20. The next day, I brought it up right away as we walked to school.
やっぱりね。ユウタがカリンのことを気にするなんて、どうにも妙だと思ったのよ。
It's not weird. It's her route, okay?
どういう意味だよ、それ。
でも、なんだか心配な話ですね。カリンちゃん本人にもよくわからないわけですか？
Just based on her expressions, it seemed like Yorihime was the worried one. Karen was painfully optimistic and had almost zero sense of danger.
前から謎に思っていたですが。
Strangely enough, it's been a while since we've seen Luna. Out of all of the characters that have yet to show up in this route, it's apparent Yuna showed up before Luna did.
天子って一体どういう存在です？
Good question. Something mythical being.
人間？狐？
ドーラみたいな存在とか？
失礼だな。
Yeah, that's you're just insulting her at that point.
何故我が輩と似ていることでそのように不満が押されるのでございます。
I don't think anyone wants to be compared to a bat. Just because he has magic. That's the only good part about him.
だってドーラはずっとコウモリでしょ。まあさようで。
自分でもよくわからないけど、だって私たちにとってはそれが普通のことだし。
We're getting philosophical up in here. What are you, Karen? What really is a Tanko? You sit her down, we fucking sit across from her. Describe yourself in 3 words or less.
ただ、狐の姿でいることはほとんどないから、どっちかというと人間って気がするけど。でも、人間の姿でいるには、ちょっとは力を使うわけでしょ。そうすると、例えば何かの病気とか。
Don't give the writers any ideas, Julie.
全然健康だと思うけどな。食欲もあるし。
確かにカリンが食欲を失うような時があったらもう終わりね。
どういう意味だよそれ。
心配しているのよ。まあ折を見て一度戻って検査を受けた方がいいと思うわね。
面倒だな。
ほんとのんきなんだから。
ルーチェ、代わりに言ってよ。
私が言ってどうするのよ。
That's right. And no matter how concerned I wanted to be about her, there would be a time when I was forced to be away from her. That was PE. Boys and girls did PE separately at our school. I just can't shake my worries, though. They were inside the gymnasium, so I can't just check on her easily. I peeked through the door. Oh, right. Ushi, why are you staring at the girls so much today? Huh? Ikeda came up to me with a dumb smirk on his face. No matter how hard you focus, you won't get a good view of their shorts. Look, all I'm saying is that I don't think Yuta needs to worry. Karen would probably let him see her in the shorts if he asked, okay? That's not what I'm doing. But it's weird, isn't it? That our school still uses those super short shorts. Enough about the shorts. Fucking go away. I fucking hate you. Me? So, Ushio, you actually like girls after all. Why does my guy have to be so dumb? Can you not ask just obvious questions, please? Oh, got some peeping toms over here, do we? Yikes. Our teacher shouted at us and we all jumped back for the door. Today's PE was just running. So boring. Oh, right. If he was actually the only time, I didn't need to worry. She was surrounded by girls. Oh, I guess. 5:15. I still don't think the main concern is the fact that she gets naked. I think the main concern is that she turns into a fox. I think more people will be concerned about that part, and then be concerned about the naked part. You've already covered a way to counteract it with a fucking sheet over her. You just put a sheet over her and she won't be naked. But how will you explain the fact that she turns into a fucking fox? I thought the whole entire point of this is to not give away the fact that she was a Tenko. That is why you... God damn it. That is why you made up this some bullshit ass excuse when she broke the 100-meter dash world record without breaking a sweat. About a week had passed since then.
あれから私も少し気にしていたのだけど、どうやら大丈夫みたいね。
何が？
何がって、狐の姿に変身してしまうことに決まっているでしょ？
ああ。
本当に鈍いわね。
Well, here's the thing. It hasn't happened yet. And now that I've said that, it's probably gonna happen. Actually, no. It's not gonna happen until the characters say it, okay?
だってもう自分でも忘れちゃったんだもん。神社の時から一回もないし。
See, now that Karen said it, it's gonna happen.
本人は忘れてしまったというのに、周りばかり気にしていて。お優しい友人に囲まれて、かりんは幸せ者ね。皮肉よ。
っていうか、みんな別に私のこと気にしなくていいんだって。
意地張ることないじゃない。
特にルーチェとかルーチェとかルーチェとか。
3回も言わなくてもいいわよ。
ただまあ、本人も忘れてしまうほど調子が良かったのであれば、それが一番ですね。うん。
ただ忘れっぽいだけじゃないかしらね。
Yes.
やるか。普段意識もしないわけです。人間の姿でいること。
Yeah, she follows the mantra of have problem, don't think about it, have no problem. It's just that easy. Karen compared it to how our necks stand up straight without even thinking.
意識もしないくらい簡単ということなんだよね。なのに怒ってしまった。やっぱり不安にはなるけど。まあ、大丈夫でしょう。
Bam bam. She slapped Julie on the back and Julie's eyes widened.
どっちが当事者かわからないわね。
確かに。
It seemed like none of this registered with Karen as an issue. Yeah. Don't you have problem. Just don't think about it. Don't have problem. It's literally so easy. I mean, we didn't know the cause, and she wasn't conscious of it. Being careful. Well, being careful was easier said than done. I may have let my guard down after we had that talk. It had been 10 days since the first time. Keeping up my guard for 10 days might have been a little beyond me. Subtle foreshadowing. In math, we can get the mean by multiplication of the square root. What? Although in everyday life, we get a mean by adding then dividing by 2. That's how you get the mean normally. Yeah, what? I really don't like math. No, well, considering how fucking confusing it's been explained, obviously, I wouldn't like it either. Well, it wasn't as if I liked it in particular. I liked the particular subject. Though, I thought of the upcoming test and decided to pay attention to avoid failing, which means that you're paying less attention to Karen. And then, adding and dividing gives us an arithmetic mean, whereas multiplying and the square root is referring to the geometric mean. Now, when A and B are prime numbers, we can use the formula A plus B divided by 2. Fuck. Is greater than or equal to the square root of AB. In this relation, I want Karen to handle the next proof. Well, shit. Is she not here? Huh? Oh, ditching again, I see. What is my voice with the math teacher? It's changed every fucking line. Huh? Wasn't she here before? The classroom was buzzing with similar chatter. Gah! I saw Karen's uniform piled up on her seat, and my body went into overdrive. I threw my body over her desk. This is not the reaction you... Then pulled the sheet out of my bag. I mean, at least, she's... Okay. I kind of forgot that when she's in fox form, she's so small, she is buried under the clothes. Right, so I guess that's why he wasn't really concerned about it. But like, what is this overreaction? Just put the sheet over her, and... oh, yeah. My hands were trembling so much due to my mounting panic, but I forced myself to open the sheet. I ignored my puzzled teacher and classmates. After bundling up the sheets and my clothes in my arm, I bolted out of the room. You gonna say anything about it? What are you... Shh, quiet. Karen was flailing inside the sheet like it was painful for her. A bit shocking, probably isn't painful. Then... What? Oh... It was suddenly super heavy and my arms plummeted to the floor. Hey. Don't comment on it, wait. I couldn't hold it up and my body followed the pile to the floor. Ow, ow, ow. Not... Huh? Ooh! God fucking damn it. I was hoping that I didn't need to censor it, but now there's fucking nipples. They're poking through the fucking shit. Fuck you. Karen. It is cute though. But god fucking damn it. Are you okay? Did you hit anything? I mean, on the bright side, she's not actually showing her boobs, but still, why do they have to be poking through the... Your head, your back, your butt?
大丈夫。
Okay, good. Karen? She didn't hurt anywhere, and just kind of had a distant look on her face. I suddenly wanted to shield my eyes with my hand. I hastily checked the perimeter for anyone, but fortunately we were alone. Yeah, the math teacher just didn't care enough to look out in the hallway to see you. Okay, now to get it into the bathroom to change. Can you stand? I finally noticed that Karen was actually looking rather really shy about the situation. My denseness was off the charts too. I had always thought she never cared about being seen naked. She's not Luna, okay? To be fair, she had a bit of an airhead about it, but still. Her private parts were covered by the sheet. But she still stared helplessly up at me, her face burning red. Her eyes were drawing me in. That was an exaggeration, but still. That was kind of what I felt in that moment.
ゆうと。
The next question is, if this is the only CG for this episode, how am I going to turn this into the fucking thumbnail? With the nipples poking through and all. My hand still on the floor, she gently laid hers over it. Because like the rest of it is fine, right? It's like, you know, she's got a sheet on. It's like it's basically equivalent to wearing a fucking what is it called? A low cut dress, right? Where it's not covering the shoulders and stuff, right? And stuff like that. But the nipples poking through, it's just... I didn't... My hand's still on the floor, she gently laid hers over it. The warmth, the softness, suddenly made my heart race. Right, this position we're in. She wants it bad. No, we can't just do that here. And despite my obliviousness, I still knew the reason she closed her eyes. No way. There's just no way. We had made a pact long ago. And I was starting to fall for her recently. I felt like we could just, right now. I mean, this is better for my thumbnailness. Because, like, I can crop out the fucking nipple part. I mean, I don't know. As if I really was being drawn in, I moved my lips closer to her adorable face peering up at me, getting it fucking cock-blocked by Lucy and Julie. I still don't know why they aren't out of the classroom, considering that they also are in the classroom. They were also in the classroom, and they know about Karen's condition. But still, not even cock-blocked, but it's not saved by the bell, it's cock-blocked by the bell. Ouch. It was to be our memorable first kiss, but only our foreheads made contact. Forget that. We didn't have time for pain. Karen, go! Ah! Get the fuck up! You're out of the fucking...
どこに
The bathroom! Changing the stall!
わかった
Whoa. The door that opened and I knew a bunch of people were about to come out. Don't worry, Karen's fast. She's fast enough to run to the bathroom without being seen. Whoa, she's fast. As long as she doesn't trip on the sheet. She was still bundled in the sheet, so it just looked like a white flash. What? What the? A ghost? Yeah, naked ghost. Wait, she's not naked, technically. After that, they would tell tales of the white ghost for years to come at Shinonome Academy. Don't fucking lie to me, you son of a bitch. This game doesn't exist past a few years. The cutoff point is in like 3 days. A year at most. Well, I could only assume that much, but at the very least, it was all the rage at the cafeteria that day. The teacher really raked me over the coals. I just wish it could have been after I ate. Karen, however, got off scot-free because the teacher couldn't comprehend what had happened. Now I'm extra paranoid about this. Don't worry, you had plenty of time. So, whatever. My mind was focused on saving her at the time. She had transformed randomly again. What could it possibly mean? I just hope there's leftovers. Lunch was already halfway over. What's the matter? Karen, what happened to her? I asked in a panic. Dora's eyes silently drifted the other way toward Karen at the corner of the table. Karen! What is it? Dora's acting strange. I claimed as much, but I then noticed something amiss. The rest of the girls were all around Karen. Lunch was already half over, so they should have been finished with food. Then I saw Karen hadn't even touched the food on her plate. She was waiting for you, buddy. She was waiting. She was waiting for her. I didn't want to say husband, but yeah. That's the best way to describe it.
そうなのよ。かりんたら食欲がないなんて言って。これはいよいよ良くないかもしれないわね。
She must be sick. That's why. I sensed genuine worry in Lucy's voice. What's wrong, Karen?
本当、槍が降るわよ。
It truly is. Now that Karen isn't eating, where is all the food gonna go? It's not. It's not gonna go to the fucking Africans.
死人も蘇るびっくりさです。
Luna, that's basically what you did in the comment round when you fucking opened a portal to the ghost world, spirit world. Julie, you didn't say anything.
みんなちょっとびっくりしすぎなんじゃない？たまには食欲がないこともあるでしょ？
But it's Karen we're talking about here. If she loses her appetite, then like half of the world. Wait, I was trying to make a joke that there's gonna be too much food in the world, but I didn't phrase it correctly. But knowing the usual Karen, this was a cause for concern. Maybe she was in shock after transforming. I couldn't check as long as Shibuyan was around. I'm gonna go get some food for myself.
これ食べていいよ。
No, I couldn't.
だって無駄になっちゃうから。
You didn't hear that.
これはいよいよ。
Yes. The other world princesses all huddled together and whispered among themselves, "Where's Yuna?" This is what I mean. Yuna showed up in Karen's route before Luna, and now she's not even fucking here. I know she's another world princess, but she's still technically a pact giver. Karen seemed to be oblivious to all this. She just stared intently at one point. I'm saying it because Yuna knows Karen is a Tenko and stuff like that. At my face. And that look she had was the same one she had in the hallway earlier. 5th and 6th period was back on sentry duty, keeping watch over Karen, but class ended without any issues. I mean, here's the thing. It could be like a concussion issue, a concussion thing, where after your first concussion, the chances of you having another one is significantly higher. So in that instance, her transforming, maybe she'll transform earlier, I guess. Maybe instead of 10 days before she transforms, it's 5 or whatever days, right? Maybe it's something like that. Or it's a set every 10 days she transforms, right? If that's the case, it'll be a lot easier to, yeah. Karen and I walked home together afterwards. It's gonna get a bit awkward. It's gonna get a bit awkward. But something was different from usual. The usual cheery Karen was being oddly quiet. I figured it was probably due to the shock of her sudden transformation. Or maybe it was... I couldn't quite find a chance to speak, so I was quiet as well. Well, there were some times I wanted to ask her, but that wouldn't be possible until we were both alone. Once we were far enough away from school, I finally opened my mouth. "Hey, Karen, about this morning." Karen answered with her eyes, but it was an odd reaction for her. "I'm worried about all this." "Aren't you?" I felt like we were on different pages. Maybe she really did smack her head. "Karen, get a grip." I grabbed her arm and shook lightly. "Aren't there any measures we can take? If it happened twice, it'll happen a third time."
じゃあ今度ばっちゃんに聞きに行ってみるよ。
"Yeah, alright. I think that's good." Once I asked what I wanted to, the conversation fizzled out. This is so weird. I'd never felt things were awkward when I was alone with her like this. How were we chatting yesterday? Something that was so obvious and natural was suddenly out of reach. It was uncomfortable. Are you hungry? Are you hungry yet?
平気。
Oh. I thought maybe we could grab a snack near the shopping district, but I ran out of ideas for conversation. After a little more silence, Karen was the one to speak up.
私なんか自分でも変だなって思うんだ。
That you turn into a fox?
ね。
Karen snatched my hand like it was the last potato chip. She was usually more forward and daring, so the delicacy of her gesture sent a jolt through my heart.
廊下で一緒に倒れた時 私、ユウタのこと下から見上げて、そしたらなんだか頭がぼーっとしちゃって。
I thought back to the occurrence, and my body simmered all over. At the time, Karen was...
体が触れていることとか、顔が近いこととか、あとユウタが一生懸命になってくれて、
trying hard.
私を教室の外に連れ出してくれたから。
Oh. Well, you had told me before that you don't want others to save you, only me.
私ね、さっき本当に思ったんだよ。私、本当にユウタのことが好きなんだって。
Fuck! Now? Really? My heart almost leapt out of my chest, and a weird fluttery sensation ensued, like cacti had sprouted under my feet. It was alarming how my mind could alter my body to such an extent.
でも変だよね。
Huh?
だって私、最初からユウタが好きだったんだもん。だからこっちまでやってきて、なのに今さらそんなこと思うなんて、なんか変だなって。
It's not weird. I firmly squeezed her hand in return. She had snuggled up against me tons of times, but this was the first time we held hands. I think that means you're maturing. What?
成長？
Some of your characteristics are kind of kiddie. Well, those are also quite charming.
あ？
I mean, your feelings go through steps. There was the pact between us, and you came to be with me. You came to be with me. Not to mention, we'd seen each other every day. It's no surprise that your feelings have deepened.
私、4月に再会した時よりも、もっとユウタのこと好きになってるのかな。
It was such an honest question, almost like she was asking herself. It brought a smile to my face. That kind of innocent youthfulness of hers was great. It's the same for me. I like you too, Karen.
本当に？
Yeah, I had been kind of ambiguous before, but... Don't play the fucking opening. Hey, I'm still talking here.
嬉しいよー。
Seeing her joyfully prance around made me realize the minutia didn't matter right now. The girl I liked was rejoicing at my confession to her. This release of a pent-up, confused emotion was a joy I had never experienced before.
じゃあ
Karen immediately wrapped herself around my arm and looked at me with a sparkle in her eyes.
私たち、これで本当に夫婦だね。
There are a bit more steps, but essentially, I guess. Yeah, you could say that. That union still seemed like a ways off, but Karen and the rest of them as well had come under the pretense that the pact equals marriage. Well, kinda does.
そっか、私たち本物の夫婦になっちゃったんだ。
Whatever. It was the same as our feelings. It was the same as our feelings we just talked about. As we dated, the feeling and reality of it would all would deepen.
でも夫婦って何するんだろう。ばっちゃんはまずは子作りだなんて言っていたけど。
Hang on, what?
ねえゆうた、子供ってどうやってできるのかな。木にぶら下がってるんじゃないと思うけど。
That's freaky. Wait, you don't even know that?
うん。
Karen, all of you guys said you had private tutors back in your homes, right?
うん。
So there was no class about that stuff?
したかもしれないけど、あんまり覚えてない。なんかどうでもいいような話とかすぐ忘れちゃうんだよね。ばっちゃんの言いつけもそうだけどさ。
Jeez, you're hopeless. I knocked playfully on her head, and Karen laughed goofily.
それで子供だけど。
In time, you know,
あ
we're not just supposed to jump right into that.
ー
Karen nodded strongly. It was hard to tell how much she understood. Well, I was being vague anyway.
あれなんでだろう。なんか急にお腹が空いてきたぞ。
Psh, I know what you mean. I think you were just nervous.
かなあ。お昼のあれからなんか体の調子がずっと変だったし。
Okay, how about we go to the shopping district and get some street food? I was thinking about suggesting it before.
しよしよ。
We went to the crepe place we had visited before. I already ate lunch, so I'll have the prune crepe. Order up.
三段タワー盛りください。
That's a thing. Order up.
2
Fuck. When the employees hadn't seen such, even the employee hadn't seen such an outlandish order.
個いただきまーす。
I mean, he did skip lunch, I guess. It looked inedible and more of a precarious, but Karen skillfully held it with both hands and dug into it with amazing finesse. We need to tell the others, huh?
おわ
About us. And also about how you said you would go ask your Grammy. Are you going? Maybe Saturday?
ー。ばっちゃん厳しいからな。なんでそんなことになったなんて怒られそうな気がする。
I felt like it was my first time seeing Karen genuinely afraid and unsure. Is your Grammy like your guardian or something? No shit.
そうだね。お父さんはいるけどさ。
Which meant her Grammy must have sort of been a controlling force in her life.
ねえゆうた。
Karen sounded like she was pleading all of a sudden.
ちょっと先にしてもいいかな。ばっちゃんに会いに行くの。
Well, I guess that's fine.
ありがとう。じゃあこれ一口食べていいよ。
Yeah, I'm good.
おいしいのに。
I just said before that something that happens twice will happen 3 times. So despite this feeling of new love, I still couldn't shake my worry. Well, it's the way it is. I just need to be careful. But after going over my feelings in my head, one thing was certain. I wanted Karen all for myself. I was the only one who could lay eyes on her birthday suit.
美味しかった
Well, that was fast. I hadn't even finished the normal one yet. A or the? A, yeah. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. She laughed it off, but there seemed to be a predatory glint in her eyes. We held hands all the way home. It was obvious for me, considering I'd never had a proper girlfriend. But walking with a girl hand in hand was such a new, exciting feeling. And I knew Karen felt the same way. She would laugh randomly and tighten her grip in my hand. Everything about her was just so cute. Even just walking next to her filled me with warmth and joy. Now that I think about it, she had spoken ignorantly about making babies before, but I was already getting ideas. What exactly was the extent of her knowledge? None. That she was closing her eyes before was probably because she at least knew about because she at least knew that ABC started with A. What? I decided to inquire just to be sure. Hey, Karen. It's a weird question, but hey, you know what a kiss is, right?
当たり前じゃん
Yeah, you're right.
天ぷらとか大好きだもん
Messing with me again? Oh, damn. Wow, she really doesn't know. But wait a second. So, why was she seductively closing her eyes like that? I was sure I wasn't dense enough to mistake a look like that. Or maybe I misinterpreted it. I don't know, maybe it was instinctual on her end. Yeah. Hey, when we fell down in the hole, why were you closing your eyes?
私そんなことした
Yeah, you did. I was too insistent for some reason.
したかもなんでなんでだろう
This is what I'm talking about.
でもそんなことが気になるの
While I struggled to answer, Karen's face suddenly got serious, like she realized something.
なんとなくそうしたいような気分になったんだよね眠かったわけじゃないんだよあんな時眠いなんて思うはずないしどっか打って痛かったわけでもないしとなるとなんでだろうあ、そうだこの前ユータに耳をモフモフしてもらった時も同じだったんだもっとして
Karen's voice sounded like a cat's high on catnip, and she leaned into me like one too. What? I wasn't expecting that at all. and her limp body caused us both to collapse to the ground.
ゆうた
Right, at that time too, Karen leaned in like our lips were going to meet.
言われると私も気になってきちゃったな。
Nah, I mean, if you don't know, then that's fine. I patted her on the head a couple of times.
いいの？
Yeah, it's like what we were talking about before. We'll understand more with time, I know it. Like I said, it's instinctual thing. 5:16. Then that had passed and it was time to go to school. We told the others about us last night. And now that Karen and I were officially together, she latched shamelessly onto my arm.
ゆうた
You're heavy. Hang on, don't.
チッタ安ねえと早々に見下り班にすっぞ。
I'm hitting the road, baby. Is that really what Yuta sounds like? No, I didn't mean it. No, I didn't mean it. That's not how I usually talked either.
あなんだよルーチェ。
うっとうしいのよ。目の前でブラブラされたりぐるぐるされたりすると。
Oh, just jealous that it isn't you.
ふーんそう？
Also because it's Karen, because you weren't like this when Luna was clinging to him. And Karen seemed to be slightly more conscious as she stopped hanging off my arm and pressed her chest lightly into me. Oh, this is nice. Don't look at me like that. Catch a cold?
いえ朝から暑苦しいなと思いまして。暑いと咳が出るの？人体の不思議の一つです。
Yeah, we'll find out about that in her route. And what might that be?
最初のうちからベタベタするカップルは1年以内に別れる可能性が高いという説が。
That only happens in real life. Not in that never happens in Eroge. What? Seriously?
あると言っているのは私だけですが。
Hey,
でもちゃんと言ってもらってよかったな。はい。
Yuna finally showed up again. I nodded subtly. They all congratulated us last night, and I was so appreciative of that.
もう決まってしまったことをぐずぐず言うつもりはないけれど。ただカリン、一度検査のために本当に戻りなさいよ。
Karen's concern about that issue had obviously waned now that we were in love.
まあ厳しい方ですからね。かりんちゃんの気持ちもわかりますが。
She was just on cloud 9, but sank back to reality. What kind of person is her Grammy anyway?
もしみんなの前で自分が裸になったりしたら。
Hang on. Karen does not suddenly go naked. She turns into a Tenko first, and then gets naked after transforming back into a human, okay? So there's a grace period before that happens. Really looked on the verge of tears just thinking about it. You'll probably transform into a bat? That's vampires. That's what Lucy would do. You'd transform into Actually, no, you'd probably just go to get naked. You wouldn't transform into an animal before you're a succubus, for crying out loud.
マジックアイテム使うです。
What kind?
周りから見えなくなるのです。それで以前車にひかれそうになったですが。
Oh. That was super dangerous that time, but that risk wouldn't exist at school. Thinking about it, that might actually be handy. No, it's fine. Good suggestion, though. I've already decided I'll look after her. Listen, all I'm gonna say is, if a car ran into Karen, I think I would be more worried about the car than Karen. The person inside the car.
ユータはやっぱり私の旦那様だよ。
Karen hung heavily off my arm again in affection.
ほんとルルーナの親切に一票入れたくなってくるわね。